went to bed early, so I'm feeling pretty good. I am playing some guitar today. Exciting. Super cool. I'm pretty keen on that one.
All right. Everybody can find their seats. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here, and as you might obviously notice, I am not Reverend Penny Honey. Reverend Penny Honey is out today, and we get to be blessed with Steve Dohse as our speaker today. I am Trina Getz, for those who don't know me, and I am really excited to be playing the part, trying to fill those giant penny honey shoes today. And we have the fabulous Ryan Biter on music today, so we are totally set. And to start us off, we are going to watch the Father's Day, a little Father's Day montage video. It's basically the one we had last year, but not all of us may have seen it, so enjoy. That's my husband and his dad. I can't read that one. Oh, I think that's Penny's dad, foster dad. That's Betsy and her dad. That's Mike and his dad. That would be Steve and his dad. This is Penny's son and his family. Marcia's dad. Shar's dad. We've seen that picture before. That's Helen and her dad. She's a dad's arm. Oops, I forgot the question marks. That's Josie. Doesn't David like to say? It's Dave. Dave Sabbath. And this is me and my grandfather. I'm the little baby. And then that's my maternal grandmother. She looks like herself. That's Alice Hagerman and her dad. A little plug.
Free food.
All right. So, thank you. So we are going to now have another video. Opening song, Creed of the Heart.
So when you're ready, at your ready, Wiley.
Okay.
Thank you, Wiley.
Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness, that's the creed of the heart. Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. Amen. Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. That's the creed of the heart. Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. Amen. Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. That's the creed of the heart. Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. Amen.
And let's stay standing and greet each other.
Good morning and happy Father's Day and happy Juneteenth. Exciting things happening here, lots of fun folks, and looking forward to today's service. Take care.
All right, let's make our way back to our seats. I know we could greet each other all day long, but then we would miss out on the other fabulous stuff happening today. Let's breathe in all that fabulous energy. And I would like to invite Marcia. I think it's time for you to do the opening prayer. Come on up, my lady.
Maybe I'll lean down. Kelly. I can do that. Okay, everyone, settle down. Thank you. Trina will now lead us in breathing. Okay, let's do this. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel yourself being held up by your chair, by the ground. Today, I realize that there is a higher being, a wiser being who knows that I am good, just as I am, who knows my divine abilities are always present, that I am strong, compassionate, and discerning. Today, I realize that this higher being is me. I may not remember this all the time, but going forth, it is my sincere wish to remember my higher nature and live from it. I live in the knowledge of my own goodness and the goodness of others. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Amen.
Thank you, Marcia. Good morning again. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. It is wonderful to be here with all of you. And as is a recommended practice in life, we are going to start our service with gratitudes and prayer requests. So, in sharing, we see the value of collectively affirming with you and those you pray for that the presence of good is in all things, and it is the one power. We also support each other in knowing that God, the universe, spirit, whatever you call it, knows the details. So does anyone have a gratitude or prayer request? Yes, Bruce? Oh, you got someone over there, sorry.
Thank you. Everyone knows my sister Pat has been having some heart surgery, and it's been determined that she needs a little more tweaking, of which she's not super grateful. And but I know that all things are working for good, and I just want to ask the whole congregation to be one with me and with Pat in knowing that, you know, God is her greater good and that she can do this thing. So thank you for letting me share this with you.
I'm not sure how many of you watched Penni's ordination last Monday, I guess it was, but it was actually really good. She handled it differently than I think everybody else that went through it there. Of course she would, but it was a real joy to see that and see that culminate. And I don't know that it ever would have happened without her force of personality to bring some accountability to those folks there. But it was a joyful experience for all of them too, and a lot of laughs when she went through. So I was really glad to see that, and I know we'll be hearing more about this come July 3rd.
I always think of the old Merv Griffin show, like when I watch him walking around with the microphone. I don't know if anybody else.
Some of you have known this person since she was 8, but my lovely daughter Elena turns 30 today. And I'm just so grateful for her in my life.
Hi, I'm visiting. I'm a full-time RVer. My name's Lois, and I am grateful to be here with all of you, and grateful for the rain we got yesterday, and grateful for being out of the hot of the South. I just arrived day before yesterday, and it's such a blessing to be in this. But I'm also grateful that we can hold the world in the light together.
I have a prayer request. I got an early morning text this morning. Penni said that she had come back from Missouri and tested positive. And I asked for permission to ask for a prayer. So we're all going to add to that and see her in perfect health. So thank you.
Michael here. I want to just say that Helen and I are grateful. We went off on a rip snorting good camping trip out there in the Joshua Tree National Park and saw and all over California. We came back and the sights are astounding. We did it, and we're going to head back to California here later this week. That's enough out of me. I'm just grateful.
Like another speaker, I had this very special father's gift years and years ago. My youngest granddaughter's birthday is today. Isn't that wonderful? And she's a nurse and working on her nurse practitioner degree, so bless her heart, she's dynamite.
I have a gratitude. Actually, I have two. One is I'm very thankful for those that showed up at the Family Food Center. People were being evacuated. It was, Flagstaff was in distress, and Marsha and Laura and we showed up to do the food service. So thank you. Thank you for showing that up. And then I have a gratitude. I bought a house in Clarkdale, and it closes on the 24th. And I have so much gratitude that the universe just lined this all up for me, and it's a new chapter in my life and very exciting times.
I have a prayer request, so I just quit my job on Friday, so I'm just looking for prayers to help with support and guidance on finding something that's more the right fit for me. So
We see that. Do we have one online? Our Zoomer?
We do. Naomi says, I am grateful for God's healing hands on my tennis elbow. I know I'm a living example of perfect health and vitality.
Wonderful. All right, we are grateful for all of the requests and good news that we have just heard. Again, we affirm that each condition, person, and situation is an expression of the divine. We claim love, wisdom, healing, and wholeness. We remember that no circumstance changes or separates us from our divinity. So it is, and so we let it be. And I would like to thank our prayer team members. Where are our prayer team members? There are a few hands. Please seek one of them out after the service if you would like to pray with them on something. Or you may use our prayer box, which is over there under the ficus. And if you put your prayer into that prayer box, the prayer team will pray over it, and then they will send it to Unity Village where they will pray over it. So please use that service. It's powerful and it works. So Unity Principle number 1. Let's say this together. God is all there is and present everywhere. This is the force of love and wisdom that underlies all of existence. And we have an inspirational thought and then music, yeah? So today is 2 days. You thought it was just today, but it's actually 2 days. It's Father's Day, and it's Juneteenth, so I'm going to read a little bit about both of those. Pardon? It's a national holiday, yes. A new national holiday. So I'm going to read our daily word from a couple of years ago on Father's Day called Father's Blessing. I give thanks, if this is June 21st, 2020, I give thanks for all expressions of fatherly love. My relationship with my father may have been positive and nurturing, or difficult and challenging, or both. He may have been a strong presence during my childhood, or he may have been absent. We may be part of each other's lives today. We may be estranged, or he may have passed from earthly life. Whatever our circumstances, I bless my Father, and I see him enfolded in divine love. As I honor my father, I also honor all the father figures who have helped guide me along my path. Family members, teachers, neighbors, clergy, employers, and friends. I bless them all as I recall all the ways each one, in his unique way, has modeled strength, guidance, wisdom, and patience. Their presence remains with me, and thanks to their gifts, their presence remains with me thanks to their gifts of fatherly love. And from Proverbs 4, chapter 4, verse 11, I have taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the paths of uprightness. So that's for Father's Day. And then I'm going to read just the last few lines of Amanda Gorman's poem, The Hill We Climb, because I found it so incredible. It's a very long poem, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to close with the inspirational thought with that. So, we will rebuild, reconcile, recover, and in every known nook of our nation and every corner called our country, our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge, battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. Boy, she's got some unity in her, doesn't she? We are the light. So with that, I'm going to let Ryan do his pre-meditation song.
My heart is open and my mouth is closed. Pain and fear, no, I don't need those. Sunset, sunrise, seeing this world with my own two eyes. It's tough, but it is good. All is well. All is well. All is well with my soul. With my soul. I'm gonna wake up early, gonna eat good food. I'm gonna spread this love, that's what I'll do for you and for me. I will love my neighbor, I will lend a hand, I will make this earth a sacred land for me and for you. All is well.
If you like, you can sing.
All is well. All is well with my soul. You better change right now like you know you should. You better change right now. Be some earthly good. Take a chance and fall in love with everyone. All is well. All is well. All is well with my soul, with my soul. All is well. All is well. All is well with my soul.
Welcome to the Daily Calm. Let's start today's session by finding a comfortable position with a tall, straight back. Allow your arms to rest gently. And when you're ready, close your eyes. Bring full attention to this very moment, settling in and allowing the mind and body to still. And with openness, patience, and curiosity, bring your awareness to the breath. Taking a deep breath in and releasing it fully. Follow the breath as it flows in and out of your body. And taking one last deep breath before letting the breath settle. Allowing it to feel natural and easy. Don't try to force the breath or regulate it in any way. Just allow it to flow naturally on its own. And we'll scan down the body now, concentrating our attention from part to part. Start by bringing your attention to the top of your head and scalp, feeling whatever's happening in this area. You might feel tingling or heat, throbbing or soft vibrations. There may be strong sensation, or you might not feel much at all. Now lower your attention to your forehead, face, and jaw. Allow the muscles here to relax. On your next out-breath, let that sensation dissolve. Lower your focus to the neck, letting the throat and sides and back of the neck soften. Notice any sensation that arises on the surface of the skin or deeper within. Now bring your attention to your shoulders, noticing if there's any tension or strain. Breathe into your shoulders, and if any parts feel tight, allow them to relax. Extend your awareness down the arms, towards the wrists, palms, and fingers. On the next out-breath, allow them to soften. Now come to the chest, observing the rise and fall of each breath. Notice how the lungs expand and contract. Direct your attention to your upper and lower back. There may be some intensity, as this is an area where we commonly hold stress. If you notice any tension or warmth or discomfort, just observe what's there. With each breath you take, soften just a little bit more. Moving your focus around to your abdomen. Notice it expanding, filling up with air, and slowly emptying on the exhale. Then bring your attention to your pelvis. Notice where your body makes contact with the ground or your chair. And direct your breath into this area, relaxing into stillness. Now scan your legs, observing your thighs. Notice where they make contact with your cushion or chair. Lowering your attention to your knees and your shins and calves. Let your legs soften and tensions release. When you're ready, breathe into your ankles. your feet and toes. Let them relax and become soft, sinking into a state of relaxed awareness. And as we near the end of the session, take a moment to notice how you feel. You may find that you're more relaxed, as this is often a common outcome of meditation. And this is one of the reasons why it's so helpful to meditate during times of stress. When we're experiencing stress, our amygdala fires up and it's difficult to make thoughtful decisions. So if we find our mind is clouded due to overwhelm, we can use meditation as a tool to calm the mind down. Ideally, we want to meditate in a preventative way, so we don't get to that point. But the practice is here for you whenever you need it. And as we near the end of the session, bring your attention back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and slowly open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Calm. I invite you to bring this state of peace with you into the day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
So I have kind of a mixed emotions about the holiday of Father's Day. For about a 10, 12-year period, my biological dad and I didn't really speak or talk or see each other. And I guess all I want to say is that some people may have had wonderful experiences with their fathers and others may have not. It's one of those things that I'm very thankful for the people who stepped up otherwise, that didn't have to, my stepdad and teachers and people. This is a conversation I wish I could have had with my biological dad. Maybe we could have it at some point. Maybe I'll call him today. I don't think that's entirely likely, but if I get some time on the way back down to Sedona today with some. So it's called The Lies I Tell You. Son, I'll come to your play. Sit at center stage with the camera and your mom. I'll take time off my job, you have my word. You know I wouldn't miss it for the world. But that's not true. How could it be? The lies I tell you, I tell me, I tell me, I tell me, I tell me. I've been at every game, both home and away. And when you need to talk, I'll have the right thing to say. You have my ear. Anything you need, I'll be here. But that's not true. How could it be? The lies I tell you,
I tell me, I tell me, I tell me, I tell me, the hardest part of all is the promises that fall from my mouth don't mean one damn thing. I want you to understand that you could be a better man. Just make sure you don't lie like me. Son, honestly, that's the truth, straight from me. The lies I told you, I told me, I told me, I told me, I told me.
Thank you, Ryan. And now it's time to hear from Steve Dohse.
They took it off there because you know I couldn't stand behind that thing, huh? All right, that was nice, Ryan. Thank you, man. That's very good. Whew, I fell asleep during that meditation time. Ryan woke me back up.
What meditation time?
Yeah. Well, that calm. I enjoy that stuff because I don't do it enough. I don't know about you guys, but I know it's something we're supposed to do all the time, but I just have a hard time doing meditation. But you guys can pray for me to. Will you guys spend time in meditation for me to spend more time in meditation? All right, happy Father's Day, and I dubbed it a little bit Happy Grandfather's Day because I'm experiencing that these days so joyfully. And I'm just honored and blessed to have 3 out of 4 of my boys here today. Yes. Fantastic. The 4th one lives here in Flagstaff. I don't know why he's not here, but, he's grounded, I don't know. He's going to think he's coming over later today, so I'll send him to his old room or something. Oh, no, I can just take him out of the will. Yeah, I'll just take him out of the will. Nathan's like, there's no will. That's true, though, because if I take him out of the will, that's more debt for you guys, okay? Sorry. All right, that's my message today.
I see the one that got lost.
Yeah. Well, I thought I lost my message because I put it all on my notes, and then one of my sons goes, no, that's not a thing. It's there somewhere. So he found it for me. So now I have no excuse if it's lousy. But, I do want to say Happy Father's Day and just the blessing and honor that comes with that. And I appreciate what you said, Ryan, because I realize it's not always a good experience for others and for children and fathers. And I'm just very thankful today that for me it's been a good experience for me. And I'm hoping it's been a good experience for them. And I also just really want to honor and be thankful for Juneteenth today. Just recognizing that something that should have never happened, but today I think there's a long way to go. And I just want to be mindful of that as a 60-year-old white man. Oh, wait, I'm almost 65. Yeah, that's happening. But, the lies we tell, yeah. But just want to take more time to give that more thought on a regular basis, and just recognizing that today. So my message, I have all 4 boys because Nathan's in Tennessee right now, and here, and my lovely granddaughter Lydia is here, 5 years old, going to be, and she's just amazing. And having all 4 of them today at the house is just going to be fantastic. And they got together a couple of nights ago and didn't invite me. And you know, and they were just getting together, and I was just so thankful for the fact that my boys were all getting together and hanging out together, and something that they don't get to do very much of course, because of busyness and time and separation and all that kind of stuff. And so about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I was just thinking, they're talking about me right now. They're talking about me. Yeah. I had this whole imagination that they were talking about me, you know. Maybe they were talking about their worries about me, you know, or maybe they were talking about good times, you know. And I just had these thoughts but mostly I'm sure they were just talking crap about me, you know what I'm saying? And because that's what kids do when they get together, talk about their parents, I think, anyway. But anyway, I had all this imagination of the fact that you guys were all talking about me, were you? And you know, they were laughing at me. I just had this whole imagination going on, but at the same time, I had this feeling of love and honor and respect as they were talking about me, even though they might have been talking some stuff. But I was just, it was a very life-giving moment for me at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I knew they were still together because Nathan's staying at my house right now, and he hadn't gotten home yet, so I knew they were still together. And it was just a life-giving moment to me of just having this feeling of honor and respect and of love. And I'm just so thankful for that, and I just want to thank you boys for that. Because I have always felt, oh boy, I've always felt, no matter how stupid I've been at times, or whatever's going on, or how I've missed it, you know, as a dad, that I've always felt that honor and that respect and that love, you know. So thank you. Thank you guys for that. Yeah. And it really inspired a little bit more of what I want to talk about today. And I remember just at that moment wanting to just express that back just more and more for the days that I have left in my life, the honor and respect and love that I have for you guys. And I don't think I've always been very good at that, you know, at the expression. It's not that the feelings haven't been there. How many hear what I'm saying? It's not that we don't have those moments of thinking, honor, and respect and love for our children or for our family or whatever, but expressing it has not always maybe come easy for some of us, you know, and I don't know how good I've been at it. But I remember once, you know, in the Christian church, and I pastored in the Christian church at whole nother time of my life. And it's weird. But I remember, you know, worship was always about Christ and always about God the Father. And we had amazing worship services. And just, I mean, the endorphins were flying, and it was so spiritual and so amazing, this worship time of Christ and God Almighty and the Father and all of it. And there was so much fullness in our worship services, you know. And I just remember one time toward the end of being in the Christian church where I was in one of those worship services and I just felt a whisper in my ear. I felt like a whisper in the Spirit saying, this is supposed to be for other people. I'm serious. Now, no, what I mean by that is, I don't know if I said that correctly. What I mean was, instead of all of this love and adoration, which was what one of the definitions of worship is, adoration and reverence for a deity. But instead of it being for this invisible deity or some god or some figure or some statue, this is supposed to be for people. And I just remember it being a life-changing moment that, you know, as we live life, that we're supposed to have that kind of expression toward each other. That you are so amazing. You know what I mean? That you are so uniquely awesome. And just remember the fullness of what I would give to God is the fullness of what I'm supposed to be given to my children and my family and to my friends and to people in general. And it can be life-changing because I realized that there's a part in all of us that just wants to be adored. Especially me. I'll never forget the moment. It was one of the worst days of my life when my children realized I wasn't God. It was the best day of their life. But just one of the worst days. I mean, I probably came pretty early, like you guys were probably about 6 months old when you were like, what the? Nope. No, I don't know. But I have, I just want to share some experiences with my grandchildren, and I have experienced times of feeling the feelings of being adored, you know? And it happens it happened for my kids, and it's happening now for my grandkids, and I'm taking it in a little bit more. Grandfathering is the best, you know, and I think back in the day when you're a father and you're busy in business and all that kind of stuff, I'm still busy in business, but I just don't think I took enough time to give it and receive it. You know what I mean? Like you do when you're a grandfather. It's a bummer. So get going on it now, you know. And don't wait until you're a grandfather, but just taking it in and giving it back, the adoration and just the feelings of love and joy, you know. And I've been receiving that from my grandchildren, and I've received it from my children. And I just think, wow, there's nothing that gives you life more than that, okay? Even though it's not like, I need to be loved, and, I need, but it's not really about that. But how many understand with me today that when you receive it, when you feel it, it's the best? It's the best, yeah. And so I'm going back to that old moment as a Christian and remember hearing that. And that was during a time where everything was changing in my Christian world, and all my theologies were changing and lining more up with what you guys, follow here with unity. It's just we are all one, and we are all God's children. It's not a club that you have to say a certain prayer to get saved and be in and all that, right? Come on, amen? It's all. And just growing in the idea of oneness is that the same absolute love and adoration that I so enjoy is what I know that every single human being needs to receive and should be experiencing. Amen? Just every single, and how many aren't? Are you with me? And how I need it on a regular basis, and how many aren't receiving it. And so there's a part of it where it's like back in the church, you weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to worship people or worship things, right? You were supposed to only worship God and reverence God. And I just have transformed or transitioned into this understanding of even this word reverence is good toward people. Now I understand there's things that happen in people that are being people, and you don't want to honor what they're doing. Come on. You don't certainly want to reverence what the heck that person is all about, right? And that's a no-brainer. But my sons have also been the key proponent in changing my thinking as I get older, and I'm very thankful for that. Okay. I mean, he even corrected me this morning. Nathan's like, quit re-speaking false news or something like that. You know, what is it that he said? I don't know. But yeah, it was, I can't remember what it was, hallelujah. But anyway, it was good. But it was good. But so rethinking, you know, the way I see humanity, come on, and the way, you know, I live and how I have lived and how I'm living now and how I'm seeing things has brought, you know, so much more openness and joy and expression of oneness, you know, just through the change of thinking, my social outlook, if you will. And I'm thankful for that for my boys. And so as this message was coming about, I wanted to deliver today this idea of worship people, honor people, reverence people, and even adore people. And that I would cultivate that into my life. It's not a natural thing. Okay? So I'm speaking it to myself today as much as I'm speaking it to all of y'all. But and that is just be mindful of the fact that every person we're coming in contact with, whether they deserve it or not, they need it. Come on. Whether they deserve it or not, they need it. And it's the very thing that has the opportunity to change them maybe into a person, you know, who does deserve it. I don't know how to say that other than I get the fact that we don't want to, you know, we don't want to give the time of day to that person. But it's the very thing they need. Are you with me? It's the love and the adoration and the amazing, you are an amazingness that they didn't receive that caused them to be the way that you don't like. Come on. And so it's like, it's just ingrained in me that I need to cultivate this in my life. That person's, I mean, there's people like, oh, here they come, I'm going to the other side. How can I get out of the way of that person? Right? And I want to cultivate in my life, how can I not avoid but engage? You know, and yeah, I might have to cut it off because they're going to keep talking or whatever. Come on, you know, I mean, whatever kind of personality we're talking about. But how can I not stop avoiding and engage and make better? Right? So, last time I was here, you guys remember what I talked about? I talked about empathy because it was something that I haven't operated in. It was something that I haven't really walked in my life. And it has to do with understanding and entering into the feelings of what a person is going through. Okay? And I would typically, when somebody was talking to me about something that was negative or something, I would typically just get into a fix-it mode, right? Just want to start fixing whatever the problem. Well, let's, you know, you should do this, or why don't we talk about this? But never really entering into what they were feeling or what they were experiencing or what they were going through. And so I found that kind of coming together with today's message too. I don't want to just engage every person or worship every person or love or adore every person. And there's no way I could ever do that the way I am with my children, with my family, with my grandchildren. I mean, you know, you can't, it's because of relationship that it gets deeper, right? So we just go deeper with that relationship. But I can see the beauty and the uniqueness and the amazingness of every person and begin to operate in that mindset toward them, right? And regardless of the past, regardless of what's going on, for the right now, I can engage you and see your beauty and see your uniqueness and see your awesomeness. And I might even take a moment, hopefully, to know you and to understand you and to engage in such a way that as we both leave from this time, even if it's a cashier at the register, if we both leave from this time, that we both feel better about life and we both feel respected. Come on, that's a big one. Respect is the big one. It's one of the big ones today. But we both feel loved. We both feel accepted, honored, and even adored. Because I believe that's what it's meant to be. I want to take it to that word, that adored. I adore you. Now, you might not say that out loud. You could get arrested or something. I don't know, But how many know we can live it? We can express it. We can give it. And that's the feeling I was having the night that I thought, these guys are laughing about me. They're talking about me. But the end result is, man, I'm feeling honored. And it was all imagination. I'm sure they weren't even thinking about me. But I'm feeling honored. I'm feeling respect. I'm feeling adored. And I just want to give that back to the world for the rest of my life. Amen. That's it.
All right, so you all have a part in this one. You have multiple parts, so you have to pay attention. That sounded so school teacher-y, so you have to pay attention. So normally I have some kind of stomper thing at my foot or a bandmate or something like that, but at the chorus when we get there, you'll have just this like, Bruce has got it, so you all just got to mimic that, and then there's like some ums and oohs and ahs, and you'll get it. So as I said earlier, sometimes if you grow up without a father figure in your life, you kind of got to figure it out yourself, right? A lot of things you learn to do on your own. And one of my metrics was my dad was not the one to teach me to shave. I think it was my brother. You're wondering, shave? This guy doesn't look like he knows how to shave. It's called Learn to Be a Man. It's been a bumpy road since 17. I'm always coming up, trying to chase these dreams. Just a boy still learning what he wants to be. Lived out, pay bills ain't my plan. Brother taught me shaving and my daddy ran, so I'm just doing the best I can. I'm learning to be a man. Ooh, ooh, I'm learning to be a man. Ooh, ooh, I'm learning to be a man. Ooh, I'm learning to be a man. All right, you got it. We'll come back to that. 5 years in of me and my wife trying to build a home, trying to start a life, and now she's talking about kids. Build it on up, brick by brick, live and learn, hope family sticks. Who would judge me if I cut and ran? I'm learning to be a man. Ooh, ooh, learning to be a man. Ooh, ooh, I'm learning to be a man. Ooh, ooh, I'm learning to be a man. Ooh, I've got one shot to do this right. 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 Do this right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. lot of dads. So people should ask themselves before they have kids. The line is, am I a good man with a good heart? Am I a good man with a good heart? A good man with a good heart. I could go and sing, am I a good man with a good heart? Am I a good man with a good heart? Keep going, sing, am I a good man with a good heart? Would you tell me, am I a good man with a good heart? I'm gonna do this right, sing, am I a good man with a good heart? Two more times, sing, am I a good man with a good heart? One more time, sing, am I a good man with a good heart?
Talk amongst yourselves. All right. Thank you. And yes, you are. Beautiful song. Thank you, Steve. And thank you, boys, gentlemen, for being here for his inspiration. We love having you. So it is time for, what's it time for? Announcements. And we are going to have our abundance sharing after that, so be prepared for that. A couple of reminders. Due to scheduling conflicts, the June 25th pet adoption will happen later. So, and I have... However, look at they all look sad.
I think that one cat looks kind of contemptuous, the one on the far left.
He looks like he's going to, jump out and, do
He's like,
something.
how dare you approach me?
I know that cat. I think I live with that cat. Okay. Journaling with our very own Sue Mine will be here at the center, 10:30 to noon. Pen, pad, and the willingness to be blessed is all that is required. See, 10 o'clock. My bad. 10 o'clock to noon. Yeah? To 11:30? Okay, 10 o'clock to 11:30. Talk to Sue if you're interested in joining that. And Sunday, June 26th, which is next Sunday, you have a chance to save a life. The blood drive is going to be here. We saved 51 lives with our blood drive last year. Let's see if we can top that. So let's keep that trend going. And it's party time. July 3rd here at the center, and I probably streaming as well, but come here. Celebrate Reverend Penni's Unity Ordination with a potluck, volunteer rally, and so much music. Matt's going to be doing some music. Steve Huffman and I are going to be doing some music. Ryan Biter is going to be doing some music. Wiley is going to be doing some music, and Andy and I are going to be doing a song. So, and Bruce.
Yeah. My partner is, if she's healthy by then, and I think she is, we will be singing.
But for sure, Bruce, you're going to, are you?
I'm down for it. Yep.
Okay, so we have a gaggle of musicians. Come out and join us. Reverend Penni said we should call it More Music, Less Talk. Sounds good to me. Not that I don't love talks. Christopher Ash is going to be here to do the honor of recognizing Penni's accomplishment. Sign up for the potluck back there on the counter. And bring your famous potluck dish, whatever that may be, and let's have a party. So now let's get back to the other good stuff, receiving the good. It's time for our abundance time. Please call the greeters forward, it tells me. So let's do that. I've lost my spot. Hold on a second. I'm going to do the abundance blessing. It is good to be us. We are abundant. Oh, look at that baby. That baby looks totally abundant. Love it. All right, go forth. Multiply. Oh, yeah. All right, come on forward. Thanks for that background music, Ryan. I don't know if this is up there with for the group. Oh, yes. We receive this now. Together we affirm. We're going to move on because we're running a little behind. We are one with Source. We are abundant and generous. We open to our good. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we're already on the prayer for protection. You're moving ahead. All right. The light surrounds us. The love of the divine enfolds us. The power of the divine protects us. Wherever we watches over us. Wherever we are, the divine is, and all is well. You can play it now. Why don't you play it like it's the... It's a good song. It's nice to hear. Oh, or Ryan could play. I love that. Yes. Ryan. Even better.
What are we singing? Are we singing something?
The service is over.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. Hide it under a bushel, oh no. I'm gonna let it shine. I said hide it under a bushel, oh no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, oh no. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, gonna let it. This little light of mine, I said I'm gonna let it shine, gonna let it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Praise Jesus. Love it. That was a little Peter Mayer. I love it. That's Peter Mayer style.
Yeah. That's what I think too.